take a look at how badly the water levels have dropped. If you recall, I was just here in June for the big carp fishing tournament, and I launched from the east boat ramp. And that's my normal launching point because it's a great spot to start trolling for trout. Unfortunately, in just a few months, the water levels have dropped even further, so that east launch ramp has now been closed. And for this tournament, I had to launch from here exclusively.
Hey, welcome back to OC Outdoorsman. I am at Big Bear Lake this morning. It is 9:20 a.m. and it is cold. It's 42 degrees right now. And it turns out they closed the east boat launch. So today I had to launch right behind me here from the west boat launch. My first time launching from here, not too bad. It's a smaller launch, but it got me on the water. So I am gonna be pre-fishing today, mainly trolling. I might try a little bit of fly fishing, but I really want to find out where the fish are located as I troll up and down this lake.
So I decided to go east first because 2 years ago when they last held this tournament, this was really hot, but I found right away there were no fish there. So I headed back west and towards this dam area, and I fished this spot as well. And the entire time I trolled, I just could not locate the fish, so it was uneventful.
Well, it's day one of the Big Bear Troutfest tournament, and it's 6:30 a.m., 34 degree air temperature. It is freezing right now. But I figured I'm gonna head towards the dam area first and then work my way back towards the east boat launch. And I'll be trolling, so I'm in fairly shallow water, but 17 feet. I can start trolling. This is a real shallow diving lure.
So I threw out a golden Yozuri minnow. That's my normal go-to crankbait for this lake. But it wasn't producing, so later I switched to this wedding ring spinner by Max. It's a popular lure out here. You just tip it off with a piece of nightcrawler. But I guess this morning the fish just weren't interested in this little spinner as well. So this called for a change of strategy.
Fish number one. Measure them. Wow, 16 inches. Not a bad fish.
Since artificials just weren't working, I switched to the old tried and true. And that was night crawlers. Yep. Sometimes when other strategies just don't work, go back to the old tried and true. And a lot of my fish, the great majority of them, were caught using the good old night crawler. So the rod in my right hand is rigged with a night crawler, and there is actually my fly rod to my left sitting at the bottom of my chair, and I have it just floating there with a strike indicator. Keep an eye on that rod.
On the fly, baby. a school right near the surface. Okay, he's small. That's alright. I knew the fly would work here. I knew it. They love nymphs. How can they resist them? Oh man, he's feisty. Almost had him in the net. I brought my short net today, so it's a pain. Gotcha. Whew, on the fly. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's measure you. 13 and a half. Smaller guy, but he counts.
It was great to see that, in addition to night crawlers, wet flies or nymphs will also work on this lake. Here's how unpredictable these fish are. As you can see, I'm now actively fishing with the fly rod in my hand. But I also have a second rod, you can see it there in the rod holder, baited with a night crawler. And I really wasn't paying attention. Take a look at this rod as it hooks into a fish.
Oh, fish on. That's a baby. I'm gonna let this guy go. He's so tiny. This is fish number 3. Alright, he's good to go. Alright, I went to the middle of the lake and check it out. 14 feet. It's really dropped the water levels, but I've anchored down now because it's lunchtime, and I brought a golden dragon roll, so sushi for lunch. Happens every time while I'm having lunch. I'll catch a fish. Do work. Fish number 4. Good one. Let's pull a drag.
This rod was rigged with a night crawler that was sitting on the bottom of the lake. And whatever took it was not a trout. You could tell right away from the fight it was, first of all, pulling out a lot of drag. Check it out.
Oh, this is a nice fish. Oh shoot, is that a carp? Shoot, it's better not be a carp. Heavy. It's a carp. Damn it, it's a carp. Man, these guys sure can fight.
As you can see, I'm using my fish grippers to weigh this fish. He came in at close to 3 pounds. So I just love the fight of these fish. They are so fun to catch. But I ended up releasing this guy. So this turned out to be the final catch of the day. It was time to prepare for the next day of the tournament. So after this, I headed back to the boat ramp.
All right. Day 2 of the tournament. And it's warming up. Temperature this morning was at 42 degrees. As you can see, the sun's up over the horizon. It's starting to come up now. I'm just chilling for a bit. Not seeing any fish on the meter. I'm just scanning the waters until I see a school. And then I'm going to cast out my line. But for now, it's just a slow troll. Well, it's a trolling game right now. Ton of boats going back and forth, just trolling lures. Because right now there is no wind. Now, when the wind does pick up later, I'm going to switch back to slip bobbers and maybe my fly rod. I'll just let the wind drift me around, and that seemed to work yesterday. Fish counts.
I started off this day trolling with a needlefish lure. Now, it's a little different for this lake. The way most anglers fish lures, at least with the needlefish, is that they'll tip it off with a piece of nightcrawler. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting off a section of nightcrawler that I'm about to attach. You're going to see that here. There's the needlefish lure. And it's not a treble hook. It's just a single hook that you can see. I'm just going to tip it off and then cast it out. And that seemed to be the ticket for day 2, as you're going to see.
All right, fish number 2 on the needlefish. Feels really small though. Oh my god, this might be smaller than the last one. Already counts. Maybe I'll get the smallest fish. Fish number 3. Man, there must be a school right here. Oh, he came off. Dang it. Yeah, he came off. Oh, fish on. Just like that. There's a school.
One of the great things about these tournaments is you get to meet a lot of great people. And here I'm just talking to Scott, another angler who was fishing this tournament. And as I'm speaking to him, I hook into another fish.
What?
There's like a school here if you just troll a needlefish.
Uh-huh. You getting bit?
Yeah, I got 3 in a row. This is number 4.
Oh, sorry. There? Oh. I think it's less.
Yeah. Anchors. Number 4. don't want the big guys. And let him go.
So this turned out to be the final fish of day 2. So at this point, I just had to pack everything up and head back to the weigh station.
How about an amazing weekend, guys? Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful weekend. Lots of fish caught. You guys did a hell of a job. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We've got, Suzuki and Klamath. Obviously, you guys got the email we sent out. If you didn't catch it, the reason the Klamath boat isn't here is because there's a supply chain problem. And we had the boat, we had the motor, but used to do that raffle thing back in the day, but they wanted to donate something a little bigger, a little better. So how about that for a big fish prize, guys? Yeah! Berkeley, Abu Garcia, we've got Trilene, we've got Power Bait, you've got Yum AFH, right? Everything, the hats, I hope you guys enjoyed them. I think they're one of the best hats we've made so far since I've been running this event. I really like them, so we appreciate that. So without further ado, who wants to get going on the award show here? Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, that's Scott, that's Brian. We fished together this weekend.
All right, in third.
Sorry, got interrupted there, but it was a great tournament. And one of the greatest things about fishing these tournaments is you get to meet great people. So here's just some footage of my trip going back from Big Bear to Orange County. It's quite the drive, but had a great time, and I want to thank you all for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. It would really help out the channel, and thanks again.